And we're back. We've seen Star Wars and Indiana Jones turned into Lego games. Now it's Batman's turn. What's in store for the Caped Crusader? Let's find out. Jeremy, oh my God, you're back!
I know, I can't leave. Hey.
How's your day?
Well, good, how are you, man?
Very well, thanks.
One of the biggest questions we've got from people who are followers of LEGO series, especially those who've played them all to 100%, is what is new for LEGO Batman? The last game in LEGO Indy, they introduced the idea of phobias, and you had the whip. What can we expect this time that will change it? And actually, can you show it to us?
Yeah, of course. Well, obviously, I think the probably the coolest thing we've got about LEGO Batman within this game is, as well as being able to play as the kind of the classic heroes as Batman and Robin, we've also got villain mode. And we basically found that obviously when we were working with the Batman universe, you got such kind of a rich mix of heroes and villains within there that we thought, why not have some fun, kind of let people explore their more mischievous side and play as the bad guys as well. I mean, on this level here, we're playing as the heroes, and we've obviously really try to up the action. I mean, it's Batman and Robin. They're obviously all about, they're trained martial artists. They're kind of these pretty hard guys. So we're really trying to kind of bring out kind of a Lego kung fu almost with the characters. We've also got kind of a whole array of gadgets within the game. So of course, I'll just kind of show you here. We've got the Batarang, being Batman. Of course, it's always going to come back to you as well. So you can kind of use the Batarang also, as well as kind of destroying various objects around you. You can kind of use it for a range attack. So I might be able to take these goons out just before they even come to attack me. In terms of kind of also concentrating on the combat, you'll see that we can now also do kind of grabs and holds as well. So Batman can kind of pick him up, he can dispatch the goons in a variety of ways. That'll be the same. Some of the kind of the super strength villains as well, they'll also have kind of a range of holds that they can use. You'll also kind of see that the action, it's almost kind of an over-the-top element where you have goons kind of flying away when kind of beaten. We've also got kind of, if you're a more experienced game player, you'll probably appreciate that there's some kind of subtle kind of context-sensitive button presses whereby if you're pressing the action button at the right time, you'll be kind of doing throws or parries with the bad guys.
Oh, he lost his head. Did you see that? And he started shaking.
You also obviously brought back the same building element where you could create new objects and puzzles.
Oh God, yeah. I mean, yeah, of course, it's a Lego game, so it wouldn't be a Lego game without kind of the construction element. I mean, that's something we want to continue through with all our games. I mean, here what we see that we're building is going back to the kind of the gadgets and gizmos for these characters is a tech pad. So there's a variety of tech suits like Batman and Robin. They'll be able to use it to kind of access or use different abilities. So for example here, Robin can use his rather funky Magno suit to kind of traverse up this kind of vertical metal pipe, can flick the switch and Batman can then come and join me.
What's kind of interesting about this is that in the past LEGO games, whenever you wanted to use multiple abilities, you always had to go back and play it in free mode, select a bunch of different characters and then kind of cycle between them. But now that you can change costumes that give you different abilities, are you still going to have free mode?
Oh God, yeah, definitely. It's another thing that we feel is kind of it should be a mainstay with the LEGO games. It's very fun, and it kind of fits with the LEGO ethos, the whole kind of the building and the collectible element. So, I mean, with the Batman, partly because I guess the kind of the comic universe that there is because we've got all these the kind of the bad guys as well as the heroes. There's so many more. There's such a richer variety of bad guys and loads of abilities that they've got that you'll be able to use within the story mode. And then of course you can come back through all of the levels that you'll be able to play with any of the characters in the free play.
Well, that's actually what stands out for me is that other than just the heroes quest, you also have a complete bad guys quest, and that's its own thing, from what I understand. Can you actually talk about that?
Yeah, no, that's right. I mean, basically there's 15 levels with the hero mode and there's 15 levels with villain. It's kind of split into 3 chapters as with the previous games, but of course what's really fun with this game is that this is the actually, it's an original story, so obviously with Star Wars and Indy, we were kind of tied to the movies, to the trilogies, whereas this is kind of a very straightforward classic story. So really able to kind of have fun with creating the characters and of course creating the cutscenes that everyone seems to really enjoy.
So does this have any ties specifically to any of the existing comic book stories like Hush or even something like Identity Crisis? Any tie-in at all to an existing DC storyline?
No, I mean, what we've really tried to do is create a Lego Batman universe. I mean, so there's no kind of one formula for the Batman that we've created here. It's kind of Lego Gotham, Lego Batman, and we're able to kind of take influences from all the kind of the rich variety of kind of source material out there. I mean, obviously, this is the year of the Bat. There's obviously, I think the Dark Knight comes out this evening in the US. So there's a lot of attention on Batman, but what we find is that basically, although we're making a young gamers game, so we're not kind of referencing The Dark Knight. It's something that you're not really. I can't imagine many parents are going to take their 5-year-old kids to watch it. But we're able to kind of make something that offers a contrast to that, and is kind of a lot more fun, and maybe probably the cheekiest, funnest Batman that you'll see. I mean, here you were talking about the freak element earlier, and kind of the building with Lego. So it's always worth, every time you're playing a Lego game, kind of messing around. So obviously we've got, just dispatch these guys for you, but we've got kind of Robin conforming to type, kind of planting some flowers, trying to make this rather ugly rooftop look a bit prettier. And we generally like to kind of reward you as a gamer for just kind of messing around and having some fun and trying different things. So I generally know, obviously, that from doing this, there'll kind of be a reward at the end of it. I mean, there's nothing more frustrating than when you're kind of exploring a game, you either can't reach somewhere that you can see, or you generally get nothing for your efforts. So obviously here, kind of Robin can come over all emo and kind of mow all the flowers that he's planted there.
I liked your reference. Come over all emo.
And then you get rewarded with one of the mini canisters.
The Lego Star Wars series and the last one, the 360, had multiplayer over the internet. Lego Indie left it out. What are we doing with Lego Batman in terms of multiplayer off of the one machine?
With Batman, as with Indie, there won't be online multiplayer, but I mean, we generally found, we had it with Saga, but it rarely was used. I mean, it tends to be that the offline experience is kind of where it's at with our games. It seems to be that it's really gratifying for us. A lot of parents play it with their kids. And then it's kind of when you're sat down with your buddies at home playing it, that's kind of where the greatest enjoyment seems to come from this game.
What about the music? I noticed that it's the theme from the original Batman film. Is it the complete soundtrack to the original Batman film? Yeah,
I mean, it's been really cool. We've actually been able to get the whole of the Danny Elfman score into the game. So it's basically, it was really cool. As soon as we kind of put that score in, it really kind of creates that Batman atmosphere that works really, really well. So yeah, I mean, it's definitely added up to kind of, as well as the look and the feel of the characters, with the music in there, it really is, it is a Lego Batman.
Jeremy, just to let you know, we've got 1 minute to go, so any important questions you have, this would be the time to do it.
Sure. One last question for you then, is in terms of the overall experience between the hero's quest and the bad guy's quest, about how long do you think it takes someone to play through it if they're a veteran of the series?
Oh, right. Well, I mean, as with the previous games, you can kind of go through the story mode in a kind of a fairly decent amount of time.
Catwoman,
so
Jess.
Where?
There we go. There's Catwoman on the screen for you.
I was actually looking.
Complete with the whip
nice.
as well. So she's quite a sassy character in there. But then, of course, 100% of the game, you're kind of looking at a kind of a decent amount of hours to get through, and 100% everything, to collect all the characters that will be in the final version of the game, to unlock all the cheats, unlock the bonus levels as well. I mean, there's going to be a lot in there. And what we're really excited about is with the array of characters that we're in the midst of revealing. I think even if you're a hardcore Batman fan, you'll be really kind of surprised and kind of pleased at what we've created within kind of the Lego minifigure format.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. And guys, great job. I love it. We will be back we will be back in just a bit for you guys at home, so stick around. I just was going to try and save it, and I was just like, eh.